For 3 days, 32 competitors battled through a difficult bracket. And now we sit at the Final Four, the conference finals, with a ticket to the club championship final and a chance at $100,000. The 16 AFC teams had some of today's biggest Madden stars. And two of the biggest, Skimbo, the all-time leader in Madden championship belts, and Pavin, the defending club champion, both fell on Thursday. It set up a matchup between two players seeking something they've long desired. For Drini, it's a chance to tie Skimbo with his third MCS belt. For Joke, it's the opportunity in his 9th major to win his first belt. The winner will be one step closer.
My goal every single tournament I come into is just winning. For me, it's always been belt or bust. It's not how much money I win or how much money I can win. I want to win a belt. I haven't won one, so hopefully this is the one and I finally get what I've been chasing for basically my whole life.
Well, right now, Skimbo has 3 belts and I'm at 2. So, to tie it up, and, he's been competing 4 or 5 years, and then this is my 3rd year. So if I could tie him in belts in less year span, that'd mean a lot to me, and I feel like that'd be super impressive.
So here's what's remaining and at stake prize pool-wise. Of our 4 competitors, they have already secured $40,000 for making it to the conference finals at the club. But tonight, each of those conference finals is worth a nifty $35,000. The club final is worth $25,000, which means the winner of the final will have pocketed $100,000 for the entire club championship.
All right, let's take a closer look at some of the numbers involved in this matchup, and it's really 2 players bringing with them very strong defenses. It's the number 2 and number 3 defenses going head-to-head. Drini allowing 111 yards per game. Joke just 115. So on paper, Mo, you would think this is going to be a very low-scoring affair. How do you think this matchup plays out?
And I think that's exactly how it's going to play out. Which one of those defenses is going to be able to force a turnover, though? That's what I think the key to the game is. Everybody can play great defense, but can your defense go get the football? And I think that's what's going to have to take place for one of these players. They're going to have to force a turnover and kind of just control the clock. And I would look for whoever turns the ball over first. They're going to have a hard time in this game.
RG?
There was a few things that jumped out at me. First, for Joke, it's the 3 secure tacklers on defense. We know Drini has Eric Dickerson with no abilities, and that's who he wants to get the ball. So those secure tacklers are going to have to come up big for Joke. Remember, they allow you to match tackle from a further distance with that A button. That's a big deal. For Drini, I don't think we've seen a more balanced team in this entire tournament. He's got 3 mediocre receivers, a quarterback with hot route master, one of the top 2 running backs in the game, and then on defense, 2 elite safeties, 4 serviceable secondary players, and 2 good linebackers for his $146. Extreme balance on Drini's end. I think he built one of the best teams in the entire tournament.
Really, both the guys listening in over here, they call us the experts, but trust me, they know a whole lot more, except for Mo. They know a whole lot more than we do over here. And, some interesting things for Drini on defense, but nothing has stopped Joke anyway. So maybe we're going to find out if speed is actually the answer.
I step away. Mo, we both step away. And I tell you what, it's time to play a little Madden, a power matchup in the AFC. Can Drini continue his march towards a record-tying 3rd belt, or will Joke defeat another MCS belt winner, move on, and finally break through? RG, Scott Cole, I cede the floor to you.
Thank you, James. Thank you, Mo. We're just a game away from crowning a Madden NFL 20 club champion. And Drini 4-0. In these situations, he's won 2 belts. That's 2 more than Joke.
Yeah, and Drini trying to establish himself as potentially the most dominant player we have ever seen in the FCS era. If he would be able to win this tournament, he would become #1 in career earnings, and he would be tied with Skimbo for the most career belts, despite only being eligible to compete in Madden 18. It's one of the craziest stories I've ever seen in Madden with this kid.
Joke's looking to add to his resume. His 3rd EA Major Final Four appearance. From West New York, New Jersey, he's putting it on the map.
Yeah, Redel Brito, and this is such a big moment for Joke. When he says this is more about the belt than the money, he truly means it. He has devoted his full profession to playing Madden full-time. He's done everything there is to do besides win a championship, and now here he is, 2 wins away from accomplishing the ultimate goal. You know he's going to leave it all out there on the line.
Drini opens up the first possession of the game much in the way he ended yesterday, with his workhorse, Eric Dickerson.
Dickerson!
Touchdown, baby!
One man to beat!
Let's go, baby.
And he'll turn the corner and get tripped up at the 12.
Oh, his corner got stuck.
And
Go!
Dickerson will walk in. Touchdown, Trini.
Come on, man.
That was an easy play call for Drini. Joke left the right side of that field wide open. He tried to base the line at the last second. His cornerback got stuck on his linebacker. Drini goes to the right side. Easy touchdown. And now this is what we've all been waiting for, Scott. How will Drini's defense stack up against this New Orleans offense that Joke has been dominant with all tournament long?
With Drini up 7-0, Joke is faced with a 4th down on his first possession. Giving the ball up in his own territory could prove devastating.
On 4th and 1.
And hit right at the marker, but he will get the first down.
But a couple plays later, Drini's defense steps up.
Pick me on.
3rd and 9, he throws it into coverage, and it's picked up by Dion.
He comes through time and time again, making the adjustments he needs to make, making the plays he needs to make.
But quickly, Drini is faced with a 4th down decision of his own.
Phillip Rivers will throw that one right to White, and it's a user pick.
Let him score, man.
And he might take this to the cribbo. Can Dickerson get there? He will, and forces him out at the 7-yard line, but Joke is in business.
That's huge if you Joke the Yick 6, almost a Yick 6, but if you're Drini, you make the tackle. Now you have a chance to hold the door.
So Lamar carried ahead for 2, but now here's a 4th and goal. He's gonna get his boot out.
Under 2 minutes to go, Drini puts an exclamation point to a dominant first half.
Dickerson, right up the gut. Dion won't catch him, and Drini on the board twice.
Joke tacked on a half-inning field goal to cut Drini's lead to 8, and he had the first possession heading into the 3rd quarter. And he wasted no time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson.
And this second half right here is going to dictate who it's going to be.
Lamar runs past 2 and then just runs away with it. That's the way you start the second half. Here comes the 3rd and 5.
Interested to see what Drini does here. There is a chance he goes to the air with this hot route master, Phillip Rivers.
Rivers fires to the edge, and it's Marvin Harrison. That'll beat Denzel Ward to the football, and it's a first down.
And this is the balanced attack we told you about with Drini. You think it's going to be all Eric Dickerson. He has other weapons, and he knows when to use them.
Right now, he's got some blocks to the outside. Will Bullock catch him? No, sir. Drini once again. It's a hat trick. 3 touchdowns for the man that wears the goggles, Eric Dickerson.
Now with this extra point, Drini's going to make it an 8-point ball game. Fortunate for Joke, all he needs is the touchdown and the 2-point to tie it. He's going to have to respond.
Late in the 3rd quarter, Joke is again faced with a 4th down in his own territory.
Lamar and Joke here on 4th and 8.
Play clock's winding down. You got to hurry up if you Joke.
Looking with Lamar. Throws to the outside, a one-handed grab.
As the 4th quarter begins, Joke uses Lamar Jackson's arm.
Joke finds the tender spaces.
And then his legs.
Lamar straight up the middle, untouched.
And again, Joke does not go for 2. With under 5 minutes to play, he's now down by 1. And he puts his faith in his defense, who steps up by forcing a 4th down on Drini's ensuing possession.
Rivers needs 2. Throws it, has a man, and Hester makes a big play across the midfield at the 43.
After Joke burns his timeouts, it brings up a crucial 3rd down. A first down by Drini will end it.
And Joke got to get to the 14-yard line to maybe seal the ball game. And Dickerson will get the first down and more and lay down.
Oh.
And look at it. Joke knows it's over with that first down. Trini's going to be able to go ahead into victory formation, bend the knee, and look at him.
Drini, you just won a $35,000 game of Madden. 75 for the tournament. You're in the club championship finals. How much does this mean to you?
I mean, this means the world, man. This is the one tournament, I really haven't been placing that well in.
Yeah.
My best placing in this tournament before this was Final 16. So, I'm happy to, get over that hump, and the job's not done.
The other final, the Cardinals Volterax took on the Packers Schemin.
What does Schemin have to do to overcome this defense of Voltarax?
You know, he's going to have to put together a drive on his opening drive. He cannot turn the ball over. If he turns the ball over early in the game, it could get away from him very, very quickly. But one thing I worry about for Schemin, we've seen that 31st against the run, and Voltarax, he's only going to run the ball. He has -4 passing yards on the tournament.
That's crazy.
And, you know, he's not going to gain any today. So if you're Schemin, you got to find a way to stop the run. He didn't look very good against the run yesterday. He kind of bailed himself out with that Deion Sanders pick 6 against Techers. So, and Voltarax is not going to make that mistake. He's going to hand the ball off. Are you going to be able to stop him?
Here we go. Predictably here, the look is the run. Johnson already bursting through, and he's to the 30, to the 20. What a start! Voltarax swinging the axe. Touchdown right away.
And he went untouched. Schemin could have made the tackle with his user, just missed him. And that's a really, really bad start to this game if you're Schemin.
On Schemin's first possession, he drives all the way into the red zone behind Lamar Jackson.
Here's some magic. It's Lamar Jackson to tie it up with an extra point.
As the third began with Voltarax leading 10-7, he steps up his tournament-leading defense, forcing Schemin into a 3-and-out, and goes back to the same play call that's helped him get this far.
Johnson, green grass. Johnson to the house. Touchdown, Voltarax.
Schemin's next possession stalls at midfield when he's faced with a 4th-and-long.
Tackle supreme on Palomalu, and Reed can get on the field. Khalil Mack, and there's another smack. And on goes Voltarax. He'll be in the title game.
The final of the Madden NFL 20 Club Championship presented by Snickers is next. Drini and Voltarax play for $100 grand.